Hello everyone and welcome to Common Threads On Demand. Common Threads is a non-profit organization dedicated to the education in terms of nutrition to families and communities in the US. My name is Dubraska Wawi and I'm your chef instructor for the day. Our recipe today is Mexican pozole and we're gonna make a vegetarian version of it. Mexican pozole is made with hominy corn, assorted vegetables and chiles, as well as meats. We are gonna use these cans of hominy corn. And this hominy corn has gone through a process of nixtamalization, which is soaking the corn in a solution of lime to make it more durable and more digestible to the human. This dish in particular is a pre-Columbian dish. It means that it's a dish that Mexican people have been eating since the time of the Aztecs. It's a delicious dish and I know you're gonna enjoy it. Our ingredients for today are some fresh carrots, 2 quarts of vegetable broth, 2 cans of hominy corn, white one, 1 small can of chipotle peppers, some cilantro, avocado, onion, limes, garlic, some jalapenos, and some staples that are really important in every pozole. We can add some oregano, Mexican oregano, better, some black pepper, some salt, some olive oil, and our delicious cumin powder, always important in any Mexican recipe. We're gonna top this dish also with some radishes and cabbage. And we have everything ready for our pozole. I strained 2 cans of hominy corn. And as you can see, it has a lot of sodium. So we need to rinse this hominy and bring it back without all the added sodium that cans usually have.
Just like the nutrition information on restaurant menus, another tool to help you make informed and healthy choices can actually be found on many of your packaged foods. Have you ever seen one of these before? Do you know what it is? These are actually called nutrition fact panels, and they are found on packaged foods you eat. Nutrition labels are basic guides that contain nutrition facts about your food, like the serving size, calories, nutrients, and ingredients. People use nutrition labels to compare products and to help themselves make healthy choices. With a little practice, you can become a nutrition label expert. Let's take a closer look and decode a nutrition label together. First, you will always want to check the serving size. One package of food may contain 2 or 3 servings, so definitely read it before you eat it. Next, you will want to check out the number of calories. Calories are units of measurement, like pounds or inches, that tells you how much energy your body will get by eating the food. Choose foods with fewer calories. Third, you will want to practice using nutrition labels to compare different nutrients. Try to limit nutrients like fat, sugar, and sodium and get more of nutrients like fiber, protein, calcium, and vitamin D. Have you ever seen a long list of ingredients with words you can't pronounce? The general rule of thumb is pick products with shorter lists and ingredients you actually recognize. Also know the ingredients are organized from greatest to least in terms of weight. As a result, you want to make sure you select products with recognizable ingredients listed first.
We let all of that rinse. We also have our vegetables here that we need to wash. Remember, we have to keep everything sanitized. Let's mince our garlic. We're gonna saute this garlic and the onions to make it as the base for our pozole soup. And we're ready to cut our carrots. So, as I have said it before, we need to cut in half, plank which is stabilizing our vegetable. We're gonna slice, make as thick or as thin as you want. And now we're gonna dice. Rocking motion, using your bare claw. Your knuckles should stop the knife from cutting you and cutting your fingertips. And we're gonna add this to our soup. It's gonna give a lot of flavor. Let's add a little bit of olive oil into our pot to saute the onion and garlic. Let's saute the onion and garlic together to infuse our soup. Hear that sizzle. And we have here our onions and garlic already caramelized, almost there. And to make our base for the soup, we're gonna add half or less, if you don't want it so spicy, of chipotle peppers. And chipotle peppers are basically jalapenos. They have been dry, and the heat enhances it when you dry the peppers and you make them in adobo. So let's deglaze our pot with some of that vegetable broth. We're gonna add our chipotle peppers. We're gonna mix them all up and blend them to create a paste on our blender. We're gonna add oregano and cumin. Comino or cumin. Mexican oregano. Oregano mexicano. We have here our pozole spice, onion, garlic, chipotle peppers, a little bit of vegetable broth, and we're gonna cook it for a little bit. We're gonna let the sauce here develop some flavor. Then we will add the hominy corn and the carrots to cook. Add the vegetable broth, simmer for a while. We'll add our toppings and plate it in a moment. While our pozole is simmering here, look how delicious, we are gonna work on our toppings. I'm gonna use a little bit of cabbage, whatever you have, purple, white. I'm gonna use both because I like the colors, the rainbow of colors that we always want. I'm gonna add some avocado and a little bit of radishes chopped, some onions, both colors, white and purple, limes, and slices of jalapenos, cilantro. So remember, we need to always wash and keep everything clean. Avoid all pathogens and bacteria. This is a vegetarian dish, but if you were working with beef or with pork or chicken, remember to keep everything separate. Meats and raw products on one cutting board and vegetables on another cutting board. Clean constantly, wash your hands constantly. Let's do that. Let's work on our toppings. Let's chop this beautiful purple cabbage. Roll it and rock in motion. Thin slices. Look, it looks almost shredded. And that's the effect that I want. And we're gonna repeat the same with our white cabbage. This will add crunch and flavor and more nutritional value to our pozole. And here we have our pozole, simmering, delicious, full of flavor. We have all our toppings too. 2 kinds of onions, red and white onions, 2 kinds of cabbage, purple and green cabbage, jalapenos, limes, beautiful radishes, and creamy avocado. Well, we are ready now to do the best part of any cooking class or any recipe, which is tasting. And we have here our delicious pozole. Look at this amazing, flavorful broth. We're gonna put all that hominy and carrots. We're gonna top it off with some cabbage. Look how pretty it's already looking. 2 colors. We're gonna put some onions, both colors. Some radishes. And this will give a lot of crunch. We're gonna take some avocado slices, and it's so easy to do it with a spoon. Three pieces is always perfect. Odd numbers when we are plating. Piece of jalapeno, a little squeeze of lemon or lime, whatever you have at hand. And always, always for Mexican food, sprig of cilantro. Beautiful and delicious. Shall we give it a try? I think so. This is steaming and delicious. This is fantastic. It's flavorful, and I'm not missing anything from this pozole. I will see you next time on another recipe and another video on Cooking on Demand with Common Threads. Adios.